Hey guys, it's Laura with Sawdust and Cornbread. I wanted to hop on here and give you a really quick unboxing, instructional, and review on the Craftsman Wet Dry Vac. I'm unpacking it here, and you have some extension poles and several different attachments. This one is an upholstery attachment. It's wide, about 10 inches wide, with a brush. Another extension pole, there's actually 3 of those, and then I'm going to pull this out of the box, and you can see this is a really good looking vacuum here. That's the back side of it. I'll flip it around, and here will be the front of the Craftsman Wet Dry Vac. I like the compact design, I like that it's lightweight, and I liked the metallic look of it. Once you open it up, inside you're going to find various other attachments. You have your vacuum hose and then some other upholstery type tools. These are the caster wheels that go on the bottom, a crevice tool, and this is your filter for the wet vacuum. You also get one disposable vacuum bag if you want to vacuum up something that has really small particles. That would be good for it. First thing you're going to want to do is flip your vacuum over so that you can put the casters on the bottom. This makes it really helpful when you're pulling it around. I'll be using the Craftsman Wet Dry Vac to do an entire couch. This is going to be a great test for it. Getting the caster wheels on was a little bit tough, but if I used both my hands, I could pop them on there with a little bit of firm pressure. Now I have the caster wheels on and I'm ready to insert the filter. If you're doing dry vacuuming, it comes with a round filter that just slides right on, and then there's a little lid that locks that into place if you turn it clockwise. I'm going to put on the lid, and if you snap the handles toward the machine, toward the center, that locks it into place, and I'll lift it just to make sure it's not going to come loose. There is an air blower in the back if you attach the hose on this side, but I'm going to use the suction, and I'm attaching my hose, and all of the attachments slide right on the end of the hose. First, I'm going to wear some hearing protection because these shop vacs are really loud, and if it's particularly dusty, you may want to use a dust mask at first. I'm just going to take the upholstery attachment that has the brush on it and run it all over the couch to get any loose dust off the surface before I get anything wet. A quick flip of the red switch and you're off to vacuum. I found that the shop vac had moderate suction. Normally for shop vacs I would expect a great deal more, but it does the job pretty efficiently. I was happy with the suction as far as getting off lint and surface dirt. Now I'm going to change this filter out. The way you do that, if you want to wet vac, is remove the lid by turning it counterclockwise, remove the filter, and then you have another filter. It's like a stretchy mesh, kind of like a sponge filter for wet vacuuming that slides right over this center part here, and as soon as you get that seated all the way against the top of the lid, that's all there is to it. You're ready to go. You can just flip that around like you did for the dry vacuum filter, clip the handles to make sure it's secure, and you're ready to do your wet vacuuming. I used a spray solution on the couch. This is a fabric or an upholstery shampoo that I sprayed on, and then I'm using the vacuum or the shop vac to suction out all of that excess liquid and the dirt that it lifts to the surface. Again, I wasn't overly impressed, but it did a fairly good job on the couch. Unfortunately, as it sat there the next day, I didn't take it outside. I noticed immediate rusting and corrosion and separation on the seams of the metal. For that reason, I have to say I do not suggest this Craftsman shop vac. Although it looks good, it has a nice design, the metal is apt to rust.